Mahila, either right before or right after I have Subway, I always go after BP Earthwatch. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift the information from the East Coast high schools to the West Coast high schools. Okay. So I know that the filter comes from out here. That's my understanding, is that the filter, the beginning of how they cover the US comes from out here. But the thing is that the filter for the ones who cut off from my flock, that were the Eve flock of the red wand sea, uh, we can just call it that, the wand for the Red Sea, is that has been used against the Watchmen. Okay, from the connectors that cut off, which were the Block Boys, BLOCK, and the DeMuff, that connection has has been a hissing adder. Okay, like, if you want to picture it, the serpent on the shore of the Nostradamus has been really an adder on the shore. Okay, of the East Coast. Now the West Coast has been, the sacred prayers have been stopped, because since I've been in the deal, even with H being prayer partner, I haven't done my prayers because I depend on the seal, and I don't want to screw up the balance. Okay. So the sacred prayers stopped on the West Coast, and then on the East Coast it was a perfect serpent on the shore, because I was put on the shore like a beached whale on the East Coast. Okay. So, like, that's where you get that it ate birds and slugs and stuff, is from the East Coast, because the serpent was on the shore. And I wanna call it that the adder was on the shore, just because he's been doing all of his stuff with those high schools. But the prophecy is true in that the serpent was on the shore. Okay. So it was perfect. We had serpent on the shore, East Coast, sacred prayer stopped, West Coast, and we're gonna switch the filter to what it needs to be, which is a clean cut out here. It's gonna be a clean cut. Okay. And you'll see that in the events that transpire. So if you want to call it, there won't be any JWW in Awatuki going on. It'll be what it needs to be for the Gazelle throne, with the crab of the Superman. I'm not playing. Yeah, that's what it'll be. So if you want to call it the Hong Kong, we gonna be doing it like that. So all right, thank you. Have a good night.